So Donald Trump, ladies and gentlemen, the news is everywhere. It's absolutely insane. I think it's only right we speak about this on this channel. It'd be very strange for me to make another video about a completely different topic and not talk about this, not only because of how huge it is, but because of how serious it also is. You know, being a guy from across the pond, even I can see the severity of this. However, the liberals, the far left, the progressives, they finally got their wish. After many years of praying, they will finally go to sleep with a smile on their face. Maybe that will last, I don't know, 24 hours before something else offends them. But Donald Trump is set to be the first former president to be indicted. He will face criminal charges. Let's just take a look at this CBS article to add a little bit more context to the situation for anybody who doesn't know what's going on. Trump indicted in Manhattan, becoming first ex-president charged with the crime. A New York grand jury investigating the circumstances surrounding a hush money payment to adult film star Stormy Daniels in 2016 has voted to indict Trump, making him the first former president in US history to face criminal charges. Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg's office confirmed the indictment in a statement on Thursday and said it had reached out to Trump's attorney to arrange his surrender. The specific charge or charges have not been made public and the indictment remains under seal. Bragg's office said more guidance would be provided when the arraignment date is selected. At 12:30 a.m. on Friday, one of Trump's attorneys, Joseph Tacopina, I hope I said that name right, told CBS News via text that Trump's legal team expects him to surrender to authorities likely Tuesday following discussions with the Manhattan DA's office until late Thursday evening. So this hasn't actually come out of nowhere, right, for everybody that's been paying attention to the situation. It was about, what, a couple of weeks ago we learned about this whole thing going on. We thought Trump would be arrested on another Tuesday. It didn't happen. It went all quiet. And now it's happening. Now, we also do have this clip coming from CNN where, according to their sources, I don't know how reliable they are, whilst the general consensus is this is all to do with the Stormy Daniels situation. According to their sources, CNN are saying Trump will face 34 counts of falsifying business documents. Take a watch.
And I am told by my sources that this is 34 counts of falsification of business records, which is probably a lot of charges involving each document, each thing that was submitted as a separate count in a couple of matters.
So, yeah, obviously we're going to have to wait until he actually does face criminal charges and they come out to see what all of this actually entails. But I think we could all agree the severity of this cannot be denied. As I said, this will be great news to the people who have wanted Trump gone for a long time. They've wanted him arrested for many years. But the more I look at it, and I could be wrong, but many other people are also saying the same thing, this indictment will only help Trump. It will only help his campaign, right? You'll galvanize a load of people. It will get very intense. The public reaction will be huge, and you're going to make a martyr out of him. This indictment, from what I can see, is only helping him. How the left can't see that is beyond me. As we all know, you know, they only think short term, not long term. It's all good for them to sit there and scream, yes, Donald Trump is finally facing consequences, but long term, I can see this only helping him, right? I may be wrong in saying that. Who knows? Only time will tell, right? But you also have to think, why Trump? Why only Trump? We all know many politicians commit very bad things, right? Crimes go on behind the scenes that we don't know about. So why only him? If this was a Democrat, would they press charges? Probably not, which is also leading people to say, well, this is obviously a political thing, and I can see why they would say that. Now, Ron DeSantis himself has also responded to this, Trump's biggest rival, and he has come out and said Florida will not cooperate, will not partake in the extradition of Donald Trump. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis on Thursday called the indictment of former President Trump un-American and said the state would not assist in any extradition request. The weaponization of the legal system to advance a political agenda turns the rule of law on its head. It is un-American. DeSantis, who is seen as Trump's top rival in a potential 2024 GOP primary, tweeted after news of the indictment broke. The Soros-backed Manhattan District Attorney has consistently bent the law to downgrade felonies and to excuse criminal misconduct. Yet now he is stretching the law to target a political opponent, DeSantis continued, adding that Florida would not assist in an extradition request given the questionable circumstances at issue. So whilst on the surface, you know, that move, that statement looks good for Ron DeSantis, as far as I've seen, the general reaction to that statement is pretty positive on social media, which is funny. You know, you have to remember before DeSantis said he actually wouldn't get involved with this whole thing and and wouldn't intervene in the case against Trump, which obviously led Trump and other people associated with him to respond back, accusing DeSantis of actually showing political weakness by not defending Trump more forcefully. But you know, I'll say this again, I think this actually just helps Trump more than anything and will actually set DeSantis further away from Trump. I mean, the poll numbers weren't already looking good before this, and now after this, I don't think it's going to be good for DeSantis. I know DeSantis hasn't announced his campaign yet, and it is expected from what I've seen, and maybe, just maybe, this might be unpopular to some, but this could be the perfect time for DeSantis and Trump to team up, you know, put their differences aside and take it head on. It's not long until 2024, so DeSantis will either go against a Trump with more support than ever or team up with him. Again, that might be unpopular to some, as I know both of them have strong support from many people. It's all really insane. I tell you now, I was scrolling on Twitter last night. It was about 10:30, 11. I was ready to go to bed, and then this news dropped. It feels like the events this year have really turned up a notch, you know. Things are getting really out of hand. At the end of the day, this was a US president, a former US president, the first one to be indicted. That is huge, right? This will be spoken about for years and years to come. These things are huge, and you have to look at why and how these are happening. The timing. Is it political, right? The sad thing is about all of this, the events that have happened this last week will now be forgotten about. That's the saddest thing about all of this. I know it's not really relatable or relevant to this, but to me, it's just sad how we talk about one big issue and then suddenly it's all forgotten about when something else happens. But I guess that's just the nature of the world, right? But that is the end of the episode. Ladies and gentlemen, if you could, make sure to leave a like rating. If you're new, hit that big red subscribe button and turn on bell notifications so you never... But that is the end of the episode, ladies and gentlemen. If you could, please make sure to leave a like rating. If you're new, hit that big red subscribe button and turn on bell notifications so you never miss a video. But until next time, until the next episode, it has been your boy JD. Make sure to always have a great day and stay safe. I'm out. Peace.